आता आम्ही आजच्या दिसाच्यो अनुदानीत मागण्यो एकत्रितपणे घेऊया. मुख्यमंत्र्याच्यो मागण्यो.
सर
वाचता बरे. मुख्यमंत्र्याच्यो मागण्यो क्रमांक 2, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 17, 18, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 44, 46, 50, 56, 61, 67, 75, 79, 80, 81, 83, 84 आणि 88 सभागृहाच्या मुखार मांडच्यो.
Sir, on the recommendation of the Governor, I beg to move the demand number 2, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 17, 18, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 44, 46, 50, 56, 61, 67, 75, 79, 80, 81, 83, 84, and 88 listed for the today's to the vote of the House.
मागण्यो सभागृहा मुखार आसात. वळेरी क्रमांक 1 जिल्ह्या संबंधित मागण्या संदर्भात श्री विजय सरदेसाई, आमदार श्री विरेश बोरकार हांणी आपल्यो कपात सुचोवण्यो मांडच्यो.
Sir, I move cut motions to demand number 2, 8, 9, 11, 7, 17, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 30, 32, 83 as per list number 1.
विरेश बोरकार. कपात सुचोवण्यो सभा मुखार आसात.
कोऑर्डिनेट करून जाले इतल्यो आहा न्ही.
कोण कोण उलयता ते सांगात म्हाका.
आता विजयाकच पयली
स्टार्ट.
कट मोशन मांडपाचें तरी
कोण उलयना.
डिवायड करा न्ही टायमींग. डिवायड करा. हांव सुशेगाद उलयता.
अरे तूच पयली उरलो.
कर सर. बऱ्या भशेन टायमींग डिवायड करा. पयलींच वाटे घाला.
वाटे ठरले.
आतां कसले वाटे थडले.
वयता वाटे तुका कळना.
वाटे थडटा बीएसीन वाटे बी कांय थरूंक नासले. बीएसीन तुमी 5चे फक्त 2 आठवडे केले.
रुलींग सांग सुरू करात. कोण
तोच सुरू करपा.
डिमांड मरे ते डिमांड्स तुमी दामप. कट मोशन आमची. पयलीं तुमी उलोवप. सीएमान घाली. तुमी सपोर्ट करता म्हूण सांगा. उलयना मरे तुमी कोण. जालें फायनल. इतल्याचेर जालें. दॅट्स इट. जालें मरे आदेश दाम. दाम
श्रीमती जेनिफर मनसरात.
कामाक लायता.
Speaker sir, I rise
टेक ओवर केलें. टेक ओवर करूंक ना.
Speaker sir, I rise to speak on the demands. I speak on demand number 26, fire and emergency services. Speaker sir, the fire and emergency, correct? No? The fire and emergency services consistently serve as the first responders to incidents of life-saving and incident containments. They are also the first to reach out during any disaster, be it floods, accident, rescue operations, among others. So every day, fire and emergency services, they face new challenges, and no day is the same for them. Like there's a saying that says, no one size fits all. Handbook for a firefighter's life. Keeping this importance in mind, it is essential that they are well equipped. Currently, there are 2 fire trucks and 2 emergency vehicles in Panjim, which cater to emergency services in Panjim, Talegaon, and the neighboring Santa Cruz constituencies. Now, all these constituencies are attended by the Panjim Fire Headquarters. The fire station daily strength does not exceed more than 4 firefighters on a truck. So there should actually be about 6 firefighters on a truck, 2 drivers and 1 officer. The headquarters at the fire station is short-staffed as of now, And since they have to work continuously around the clock, especially during the monsoon season, I would like to request the Honorable CM to expedite the recruitment process. The fire stations also require a quick response vehicles, which are the smaller vehicles that can tackle fires and emergencies, which are also equipped with generators and cutters along with water. This will help to reach areas where the roads are narrow and the big vehicles cannot reach. The fire station is also in need of an expert tree cutter. Like we had a discussion yesterday, I think, where everyone said they don't have tree cutters, and they actually have to rely on tree cutters which are locally available. And some of those tree cutters charge a huge amount of money, which is not feasible to the common man. Also, I think firefighters require safety equipments in terms of fire proximity suits, which they don't have right now. And additional portable generators with cutters to all fire stations in Goa may also be provided. More importantly, I would request Honorable CM to implement the central government scheme of risk and hardship allowance in Goa, which is a sum of 2,700 per month for firefighters and 3,400 per month for high-ranking officials. The scheme was to be implemented as per recommendation of the 7th Pay Commission. Another point, to tackle flooding during the monsoons, the department may be provided with high-capacity dewatering pumps, which will be useful during the floods. With the approval of high-rise buildings in various municipal towns in the state, there is a need to also procure turntables. This will ensure the department in saving lives and property. As of now, there are only 2 ladders in Goa, 1 in each district. The redesigning and reconstruction of the fire emergency headquarters is under construction, but it's at a very low pace now. It's practically stopped. So there is a need to undertake the completion of this project in a time-bound manner. Also, the stay and boarding areas for the firefighters is in very bad shape, and it needs to be looked at. There was a proposal that was put earlier for a satellite sub-fire station in Pato, where there are many high-rise buildings and which require quick response. So the same may be revived by the Honorable CM. Demand number 34, school education. Currently, there are about 7 government schools in Talegaon which require major infrastructure upgrade. Some of the schools are facing a lot of issues during the rains with the roofs which are leaking. So, Honorable CM, I kindly look into that matter. There is a particular school in Orchel which caters to the SC and the ST community. That school has been closed down because it's in a very bad condition. Honorable CM may like to review that and do the necessary, whatever is necessary. Another issue that I would like to bring up is harness cases. There are a lot of harness cases which have been pending for a long time, and Honorable CM has, I know through my knowledge, that he has done a few, but still there are quite a few which are pending. And I think this would help the family of the deceased to live a proper life. The tribal welfare, also I would like to request the Honorable CM to please send his officials from the department to my constituency, where I would like them to come and explain all the schemes which are available for the tribal, so that they can avail of the benefits. And also the procedure to avail of the schemes, from what I gather from the knowledge, that sometimes it's a little difficult, and the waiting period is long, and hence people are not availing of the schemes. So if there's some mechanism that can be put in place to simplify this process, I would be very grateful. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yes.
Because, sir, there is one correction. I would like to make a correction to the performance budget 2021-22, demand number 2, the General Administration Department, laid on the table of the House on the Monday, 11th July 2022. as follows. At B, under the capital head of accounts, at page number 9, clause 2, the word "the construction of the new secretariat building" be read as "the construction of the new administrative building." That is one correction.
Uriya Lima.
Speaker sir, I rise to support the cut motion and oppose the demands. Speaker sir, with regards to general administration, Speaker sir, this is in regards to the failure in fiscal management. जे म्हाका दिसता स्पीकर सर, जेन्ना स्वेरिंग इन सेरेमनी जालें त्या वेळार आमच्या सरकारान जवळ जवळ 100 करोड म्हाका दिसता देस्पेज केलो. 18 मिनटांक 100 करोड. स्पीकर सर, 1 मिनटाक म्हाका दिसता 33,33,333 रुपीजाचो देस्पेज जाला. हेजेर म्हाका दिसता स्पीकर सर, हुंय ना हुंय गव्हर्मेंटान एक प्रयत्न करपाक जायो की वेस्टफूल एक्सपेंडिचर जेन्ना हें कटेल जावपाक जाय. जेन्ना आज स्पीकर सर इतलो देस्पेज करून जे आमगेले कितले स्कीम ह्यो हाय जायते हाय हिंगा ह्यो पयशे म्हाका दिसता यूज करपाक जाता, पूण उलटा जाता. जे कटेल एक्सपेन्सीस कटेलमेंट जायना पूण वेस्टफूल एक्सपेंडिचर जाता आनी आमगेली असेंब्ली आहा ते कटेल करूं पावताय. स्पीकर सर, जेन्ना with regards to police, I would like to bring to the notice of the Honorable Chief Minister that in my constituency in Kunkolim, with the upcoming NIT that is supposed to be coming maybe in a month's time, it will be a lot of load on the police department, and the police department is short of staff. So I would request the Honorable Chief Minister that we are short on constables. आमगेली एकू रॉबर्ट आनी एकू PS व्हेकल आहा, हेजेरूय म्हाका दिसता आमकां एक आनी गाडयो दिवपाक माननीय मुख्यमंत्री कडेन आमी मागता. तेज भायर आमगेले मेन प्रॉब्लम म्हणटाय ते एक आमकां एक ट्रॅफिक सेल जाय. इतली वर्सां जालीं स्पीकर सर थिंगा ट्रॅफिकाचो प्रॉब्लम जाता कुंकोळच्या गांवांत. आनी जेन्ना भुरगीं आमगेलीं सकाळच्या वेळार जेन्ना इस्कॉलां वयता थिंगा आख्खें ब्लॉक जाता. तुवें चोयलां आसतलें तें स्पीकर सर, सकाळच्या वेळार 7:30 ते 8:30 ब्लॉक जाता. सो हें जेन्ना हें ट्रॅफिक सेल जेन्ना एक मुख्यमंत्रीन आमकां सँक्शन करचें. दुसरें आमचें स्पीकर सर, जेन्ना चांदोरच्या गांवांत एक आउटपोस्ट आहा आनी हे आउटपोस्टान स्पीकर सर आज जेन्ना मायना कुर्तोरीची जी पुलीस स्टेशन आज रायच्या गांवांत आहा आनी जेन्ना इमर्जन्सी केश्यो जेन्ना गिरदोलीचो गांव, माकाजांचो गांव, चांदोरचो गांव ह्या गांवांत जेन्ना इमर्जन्सी केश्यो आसल्यार हुंय ना हुंय म्हाका दिसता पुलिसाची जे PSI आहाय ते थिंगा म्हाका दिसता आसनाय. आमकां एक पुलीस स्टेशन चांदोरच्या गांवांत फुल्ली फ्लेज्ड हेजी गरज आसा. स्पीकर सर, जेन्ना आमी विजिलन्साचेर उलयताय म्हाका दिसता आमच्या लोकायुक्तान गोंयच्या लोकायुक्तान 21 सर्टिफिकेट दिल्ल्यो ऑफ वेरियस irregularities. What has happened to this, Speaker sir? Why is there no investigation done in these matters that the Goa Lokayukta had appointed? Speaker sir, speaking on the Home Department, I had raised a question star LQ number 17B on 12th of July. And in that question I had raised a query that how many members, MLAs, ministers, ex-MLAs, आताचे MLA were present जेन्ना हे चांदोर आमच्या गांवांत एक कोल्ला विरुद्ध एक मोठो बोवाड जाल्लो, एक एजिटेशन जाल्लें आनी कितले लोक आशिल्ले काय म्हणून इट वॉज दी एपिसेंटर. आनी म्हाका दिसता जवळ जवळ 10,000 लोक आशिल्ले. हांवूय आशिल्लो, थोडे आमगेले हिंगा कलीग आशिल्ले, थोडे कलीग जे हिंगा आसले ते तुमगेले हितू पावले. पूण हे स्पीकर सर जे NGO आशिल्ले तेंचेर 4 जाणांचे केश्यो घातल्यो. आनी म्हाका दिसता हूंय ना हूंय ही अन्याय जालोली हा कित्याक these NGOs had moved forward because of the people to raise issues pertaining to the environment and the ecology. So, Speaker Sir, I demand that you all should withdraw these cases, Speaker Sir. Speaker Sir, जेन्ना रिक्रुटमेंटाचे उलयतना जेन्ना म्हाका दिसता एक मोठो बोर्ड जाल्लो जे PSIचे रिक्रुटमेंट जेन्ना जाल्लें त्या वेळार जे भुरगे कॉन्स्टेबलाचे एग्जामीक जेंकां 28 मार्क पडले PSI एग्जामीक तांकां 98, 99 इतले मार्क पडले. तर स्पीकर सर म्हाका दिसता हूंय ना हूंय एक कमिटी should be appointed to check into these failures, Speaker Sir. Speaker Sir, with regards to historic monuments, I had tabled an unstarred question number 168 on the protected monuments of Goa on 11th of July. And I was surprised, Speaker Sir, that this list does not include historic sites like the Chieftains Memorial, Lohia Maidan, Azad Maidan. Who takes care of all these places, Speaker Sir? There were 51 monuments listed, but these historic importance monuments were not listed. Speaker Sir, with regards to the official language, I have a reply of the Personnel Department with me in the year 2006, which says that only knowledge of Konkani is sufficient. Speaker Sir, आज कितें घडटा की जे हे मायग्रंट वा भायले मनीस जे आहे एडवांटेज घेवन ऑफ दीस पर्टिक्युलर क्लॉज एडवांटेज घेवन हांकां जॉब येताय आनी आमगेले गोंयकार जे आहाय ते बेकार आहाय. Speaker Sir, I demand that the government must take academic knowledge. Compulsory candidates should have Konkani as the third language. आता Speaker Sir, जेन्ना फायनान्साचे आमी उलयतना काल मुखेलमंत्रीन सांगिल्लें की our public debt is around 23,270 crores. जेन्ना इतले वेस्टेज जाता Speaker Sir, जे वेस्टफूल एक्सपेंडिचर वी हॅव टू कटेल. आज आमगे एक प्रत्येक कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन सगळे लाडली लक्ष्मी DSS ह्यो सगळ्यो पेंडींग आहाय. सो वी हॅव टू कम विथ इनोवेटीव मेजर्स. कित्याक मायनिंगाचेर रावले कालच्या दिसाक जे आमचे मेंबरान सांगिल्लें की 5 म्हयने 100 नंबर सारको ना मू. आतां म्हाका तरी दिसता ते 5 वा 7 जावपाना तेजे मुखार घोडे शुन्य घालपा पडत. कित्याक केन्ना स्टार्ट जावपाचें मायनींग Speaker Sir? हेजेर म्हाका दिसता एक मोठी गरज आहा. विथ रिगार्ड्स टू स्कूल एड्युकेशन एंड हायर एड्युकेशन Speaker Sir, आमच्या कुंकोळच्या गांवांत एक म्हाका दिसता एक कुजिरा हब जो हिंगा आमच्या बांबोळच्या गांवांत आहा ते भाशेन एक बरो एक एड्युकेशनल हब जे मुखायल पिळगे मुखायल जेनरेशनाक. कित्याक हें जें ट्रॅफिक कंजेशन जाता आनी जेन्ना सरकारान आमी सरकाराक लँड दिवपाक शकता जरी तो तेगेली इच्छा आहा जाल्यार एक बरो एक एड्युकेशनल इन्स्टिट्यूटाची गरज आसा. Speaker Sir, speaking on ports, the government has failed, Speaker Sir, to retain powers after the Major Ports Act bill. पयर आमी Speaker Sir पोल्युशन कंट्रोल बोर्डान गेल्ले आनी थिंगा जे MPTचे जे चल्लां जे भाशेन ते वागताय आज आमगेले आमदाराक पासून थिंगा एंट्री ना. जे मोरींग जेटीचे जे कोल पोल्युशन जे जितलें जाता ही दादागिरी जावपाक जेन्ना म्हाका दिसता द स्टेट गव्हर्मेंट्स फेलियर बिकॉज दे हॅव फेल्ड Speaker Sir with regards to this. जेन्ना प्लॅनिंग स्टॅटिस्टिक्स आनी इव्हॅल्युएशनाचे उलयतना Speaker Sir, आमकां दिसता की एक आधार कार्ड सेंटर आमच्या कुंकोळच्या गांवांत आसचो म्हणून एक बारीकसो. दुसरें Speaker Sir, जेन्ना लिगल मेट्रोलॉजी उलयतना I had tabled a question regarding an LAQ and the reply जी येयली म्हाका Speaker Sir की 10 वर्सांनी 3च पुसा इन्स्पेक्शन जाला इंडस्ट्रियल इस्टेटाचें. जे कुंकोळचें जे इतलें पोल्युशन जाता हिंगा म्हाका दिसता हूंय ना हूंय फेलियर लिगल मेट्रोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंटान. द लास्ट टायम इट वॉज डन वॉज इन 2014, 2020 and 21. म्हाका दिसता वी नीड स्ट्रिक्ट विजील on this so that सोसो म्हयन्यान तरी म्हाका दिसता हेमी इन्स्पेक्शन करपाक जाय. स्पीकर सर, जेन्ना आमी ट्रायबल वेलफेराचेर उलयतना आमगेले जेन्ना आमी असेंब्लीन आशिल्ले जायते आमगेले एसटी भाव आयिल्ले की हें रिजर्वेशन करपाक असेंब्लीन एसटी लोकांकूय म्हाका दिसता एक तेंगेलें रिजर्वेशन हें जावपाक जाय. हो हक इतलीं वर्सां जालीं ते म्हाका दिसता तुमकां खबर आसा स्पीकर सर, ते तुमचे बरें येयल्ले आसतले. सो हेंय सरकारान हेजेर लक्ष घालचो. स्पीकर सर, one question that I put and I was shocked की जे 1010 वर्सां आदीं जे आमचे आदले मुखेलमंत्री श्री मनोहर पर्रीकरान एक एलिगेशन केल्लें, ओ एक म्हणलें की 35,000 crore स्कॅम आहा म्हणून, आनी PAC रिपोर्ट आज म्हाका उत्तर मेळटा की दॅट PAC रिपोर्ट इज नॉन एक्झिस्टंट. Because of this, the mining was stopped, but the PAC report does not exist. Speaker sir, what does this show? Are we serious in restarting legal mining? ये म्हाका दिसता स्पीकर सर हुई ना हुई एक गरज आहा. सिव्हिल एविएशनाचे जेन्ना उलयता स्पीकर सर, जे मोपा आनी दाबोलीम हांवें पयले दिसाक सांगलेलें, इट इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट, बट द गोवा गव्हर्मेंट शूड कम and monitor it on monthly basis, check the charter flights and make sure that it is not about North Goa or South Goa, it is about Goa as a whole. कित्याक हेजो फायदो गोंयकाराक जावपाक जाय. रत्नागिरी ओ सिंधुदुर्गा जायलो जाल्यार आमचें कितें जातलें स्पीकर सर? सो स्पीकर सर, इतलेंच म्हणून म्हाका दिसता सरकारान हेजेर लक्ष घालचें.
येस. नेक्स्ट अटेंड डिकोस्टा. Alex Siqueira.
I think it's my name.
Yes, sir.
Speaker sir, I rise to support the cut motions placed before this House. And while supporting the cut motions, there are many demands that are before the House today. I will only touch on a few issues. First, I would like to compliment the fire services for their prompt attention and assistance granted to people all over Goa during the recent crisis we have faced. But somehow, Speaker sir, I do not know what is the appropriate word, but I feel this government has got something against the villages of Goa. Speaker sir, when it comes to urban areas, the municipality or the municipal corporation, the municipal council is authorized during the monsoon period in particular to assist the fire services by providing them with manpower. Unfortunately, Speaker sir, when it comes to the villages, and when I say villages, I mean villages of Goa, not only in my constituency. Wherever there are fire centers or fire stations, there is no additional manpower during the monsoons provided to them. I feel this is not fair, because I believe that the services of the fire service personnel is more required in the villages, because the areas covered by them is far, far bigger than what is covered by the stations that are within the urban areas. So I demand that our Honorable Minister for Home keeps in mind whatever I am asking and immediately issue instructions or immediately employ laborers to assist these fire personnel that are definitely doing an excellent job. Speaker sir, I will next come to compassionate jobs and settlement of cases of personnel, of workmen who have died whilst in service. I have a case from my constituency, just to give as an example, wherein a lady, educated, a mother of 2 children, her husband expired due to poor health way back in the year 2019-2020. She is still today desperately knocking on doors, seeking a job on compassionate grounds. I'm told that the Chief Minister, just before elections, had given jobs partly from the waiting list, and therefore I would appeal to his humane feelings. Posts are being announced. In case amongst the candidates in this compassionate list, in case there are candidates who fit the needs of those posts, give them priority and put their services available at the respective government departments. Speaker, sir, the same lady has another problem. Her late husband used to contribute monthly towards the NSDL scheme. I think under this scheme, the employee contributed X amount and the government in turn contributed a similar amount. Unfortunately, for the last, I think, 1 or 2 years, the government has decided to relook into the scheme, and I'm told the government has proposed that instead of the government contributing its share, the government would give a lifelong pension to the widow. Unfortunately, due to bureaucratic problems, this scheme is yet to be implemented. I would therefore appeal again to the human feelings of our Honorable Chief Minister to look into this and see that, if it be it pension, or if you want to go by the old scheme, settle their dues immediately. Trust me, in these trying days, every rupee is making a difference for people living at home. Speaker, sir, coming to Goa Sadan. Goa Sadan, Delhi, is in a very prestigious location. And I believe that all of us, when I say us, I'm including myself as when I was an ex-MLA, would love to stay at Goa Sadan, which is at Amrita Shergill Marg. Would go there today, Speaker, sir, and the condition of the premises is pathetic. I'm not sure whether it is being purposely allowed to deteriorate, for the simple reason that there is talk in town that those premises are to be renovated. There's a proposal to reconstruct a new Goa Sadan there. I'm not sure. But trust me, if we can preserve what is there, the feel is so good. Goa Sadan would continue to be what it was in the good old days. Speaker, sir, you have another Bhavan that has been built recently. You walk into that Bhavan, you don't think you are in Goa, Speaker, sir. All the manpower is from out. The quality and standard of service is pathetic, be it even service in the restaurant. I therefore appeal to the Chief Minister, relook into it, get that go and touch back in the place. Let us not compromise the fame that Goa has to be a very hospitable place. It ain't hospital any longer, Speaker, sir. Coming to police, I think to some extent credit goes to my friend, Advocate Iris Rodriguez, for improving to some extent the working conditions of the police, the lower police staff, like the constables and all. Having said that, I think there is still a lot more that is required to be done for these constables. Speaker, sir, look at the housing facilities that have been provided to them. The condition of those buildings is pathetic. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that most of the condition of premises of government departments is pathetic, but police in particular is definitely pathetic. I think we have to immediately pay attention to that, because if you don't provide the basic needs, basic essential needs of the constabulary, you're not going to be able to get good service from them. Speaker, sir, I mentioned yesterday or day before about Maina Kurtori police station. Land has been acquired, if I'm not mistaken, 10, 15 years ago. But beyond acquisition of the land, nothing has been done to the best of my knowledge. I'm not too sure whether the land has just been acquired for the sake of acquisition or whether the government is playing with people. Today, if you go to Maina Kurtori police station, Speaker, sir, trust me, those constables are sitting in the veranda, in the gallery. It's raining cats and dogs. Water is getting inside, and those poor chaps are working under those conditions. I demand that in future, if a police station is being shifted, that the authorities concerned check first whether the places are suitable or not. Till recently, there were not even toilet facilities there, Speaker, sir. Today, if that constable on duty wants to get some snacks or wants to get his meals, he can't get. I think it is the responsibility of the officers to ensure that these facilities are first provided and then shift your police stations or whatever you want to open. Speaker, sir, I have also noted that this government has purchased beautiful vehicles, be it for the constabulary and for the superiors. I am telling you, Speaker, sir, the vehicles in the south are being abused by the senior officers. I demand that the Chief Minister looks into that. Police stations are running short of vehicles. During emergencies, they have to desperately look out for vehicles. But you will find officers using umpteen vehicles for themselves and their families. That should be stopped immediately, Speaker, sir.
Yes, sir.
Speaker, sir, Goa has a coastal police force. It is a shame to say that as of this moment, not a single boat is in working condition. So why do we have a coastal police force? Disband the force and put those constables back in the normal police force. We are only performing a farce. We are on paper showing that we have this force, and I tend to believe that because of that good paperwork that we are doing, we are getting grants from Government of Goa. But in reality, situation is zero. And then coming to an issue which is plaguing the state of Goa, drugs. Every day you find in the newspaper there will be a nice photo, police constables surrounding a particular person saying that they have caught with drugs. Look at the quantities that are being caught with. Pathetic, peanuts. Never have I been able to read in the papers, I'm talking of not only now, even when I was an MLA earlier, of the police catching a man with a substantial quantity of drugs. The peddler cannot get drugs unless there is a supplier to that. Tell our police force to pay attention to identify those people. Those people are never caught. They're only catching the peddlers who are roaming with a couple of grams on the road. Yes, then they'll put on the paper, international value of this is worth so many crores of rupees. Again, it is just an eyewash. Get down to the crux of it. Show us, Goans, that you can police properly. Catch the main culprits and not those small young students that are being shown. Last, Speaker, sir, I have a request to the Information Department. We are new to this assembly. Numbers have changed. And therefore, I would request the Information Department to come out with a telephone diary giving us numbers of various officers, departments, and even incidentally, if I may say,
Yes.
legislature department. Thank you, Speaker.
Yes. Shri Rajesh Fardesai.
Oh, shit, man. I forgot.
स्पीकर सर, ऑनेबल मेंबर विजय सरदेसायान कट मोशन दिला तेज्या बद्दल उलोवपाक हांव उबो रावल्लो आसा. स्पीकर सर, जायतीं वर्सां जालीं आमच्या ओल्ड गोवान एक पुलीस स्टेशन सारकें ना. तुमी लास्ट टायम पेपरार सुद्दां येयल्लें आसा. हांव सीएमा कडेन मागतां तुमच्या मार्फत तुमच्या माध्यमांतल्यान जें पुलीस स्टेशन आमच्या ओल्ड गोवान दिसाक 10 ते 20 हजार लोक येता स्पीकर सर, जे हे सगळे एक टुरिस्ट स्पॉट आहा. ओल्ड गोवा चर्च आसा, एक सुंदर प्लेस आहा, हेरिटेज ती. थंय दिसाक 10-20 हजार जेन्ना पळय लोक येता तेन्ना एक पुलीस स्टेशन कशें आसूंक जाय, त्या भशेन आमकां थंय एक पुलीस स्टेशन जाय. वार वार मागणी करून गेल्ल्या आमदारांनी कितें केलां हांव नकळो, पण म्हाका थंय खंयच्याय परिस्थितीन एक बरें मॉडर्न पुलीस स्टेशन थंय आमकां येवपाक जाय. म्हाज्या मतदारसंघान जवळ जवळ 91 स्क्वेअर किलोमिटर इतली ह्या पुलीस स्टेशनाक, ह्या आमच्या पुलीस स्टेशनाक ही सगळी जबाबदारी लागलेली आसा. इतली व्हडली एरिया आसा. जवळ जवळ 1 लाख पॉप्युलेशनाची भार तेंच्या तकलेर पडलेलो आसा. त्या पुलीस स्टेशन थंय एक सुंदर येवचें, कारण थंय ट्युरिस्ट इतले येता, भायले आख्या वर्ल्डांतले ट्युरिस्ट येता. त्या जाग्यार पुलीस स्टेशन अशें जाय एका बेंचाचेर 4-4 जाण बसून आसता. पावसान आतां तरी गेलो जाल्यार कितलेशेच उदक. लास्ट टायम आमी प्लास्टीक घातल्या. सीएमाक रिक्वेस्ट करून सीएमान फटाफट काम करून दिलें. तेज्या बद्दल हांव सीएमाचो आभार मानता, कारण एटलिस्ट प्लास्टीक घातल्या, नाल्यार आयज उदकान आसपाचें. स्पीकर सर, म्हाजो इतलोच डिमांड, आमच्या पुलीस स्टेशनान जे ओल्ड गोवान येता, जे कुमारजुवा मतदारसंघान, ह्या पुलीस स्टेशनान आमकां 4 आयलंडां आसा. ज्या आयलंडान आमकां दिवार सारकें पुलीस ओल्ड गोवा पुलीस स्टेशन आहा, आनी एक आमचो आउटपोस्ट आसा जवळ हांगा रिबांदर, दुसरो आसा सांताक्रूज, तिसरो आसा चोडणा. म्हाका खंयच्याय परिस्थितीन थंय आनी एक 2 आउटपोस्ट जाय. एक आमच्या दिवाडेन आनी एक दुसरो आमकां सांत इस्तेवान, जेणे करून पुलीस कितेंय जरी जालें जाल्यार थंय फटाफट पावचें अशें आमकां दिसता. एक 4 कॉन्स्टेबल थंय आसचे, एक ASI आसचो. ही म्हाजी एक सरकारा कडेन विनंती आसा. सरकारान हेजेर सारकें एक भर घेवन आमकां जाता तितलें तें बांदून दिवचें, कारण परिस्थिती आयच्या हितून तुमी जाणा, सुंदर ओल्ड गोवा म्हणटा आमी, इतले ट्युरिस्ट येता, थंय कसलीच सुविधा ना. थंय लोक येयल्यार थंय एक सगळें म्हणजे तांकां कितेंच थंय ना. अशें हांव सरकारा कडेन मागतां, आनी फायलय फॉरवर्ड केल्ली आसा, पण जाता तितलें बेगीन थंय म्हाका तें पुलीस स्टेशन आनी दिवचें. त्याच बरोबर आनी एक म्हजें हें आसा, मरीन पुलिसाची गस्त वाडोवपाची आसा. थंय एक बोट 24 वरां आमकां जाय आसा, कारण आमचो आयलंड आसा. ह्या पोता वयल्यान त्या पोतान जर गाडयेन जर पावतलो जाल्यार तें पॉसिबल ना. जेन्ना ज्यो ल्हान जर तांकां जर ह्यो जर दिले आमी जाल्यार पुलीस थंय फटाफट पावूंक शकता. अशें म्हाज्या सरकारा कडेन हो म्हाजो पयलो मुद्दो आसा. त्याच बरोबर दुसरें, हांव आमचें न्यू फायर स्टेशनाच्या बद्दल उलोवंक सोदतां. आमचें आतां जें पळय फायर स्टेशन आसा तें फायर स्टेशन सारकें म्हणजे एकदम सारकें खराब कंडिशनान आसा. जशें पुलीस स्टेशन आसा तशें तेंय आसा. त्याच बरोबर हांव डायरेक्टर आमचो नितीन रायकर आहा तेजें अभिनंदन करतां, कारण कितेंय जरी जालें आमी ताका एका मिनटान फोन मारलो, तो एनी टायम विदीन 24 hours ताका केन्ना तरी फोन जर केलो जाल्यार तो फोन घेता आनी कितें डिफिकल्टी आहा तें विचारता. पूण जे पळय आमचे आनी बाकीचे जे कामदार फायर फायटर जे आसा, जे फायर फायटरां कडेन ज्यो वस्तू तांकां जायो त्यो तेंचे कडेन लाभलेल्यो ना. ही सरकारान तेजी खरीच खात्री घेवंक जायी, कारण जें झाड पडलें जावं आनी कितें पडलें तें तेंचे कडेन इंस्ट्रुमेंट ना जे कट करपाक. ते भायले हायर करता, मानाय हाडटा, आनी हे टॅक्निकल प्रॉब्लेम आमचे कडेन जावचो ना म्हणटा. खंय नाल्यार खंय तांकां ट्रेनींग दिवन हे सगळें तेंची जबाबदारी आसा. हे 3 म्हयने काम करता, चडान चड सारकें चड पावस पडटा तेन्ना झाडां पडटा, तेन्ना तेंच्यांनी हेजी सारकी दखल घेवन हे सारकें, नाल्यार कितेंय जरी एक घडलें जाल्यार तेंचे कडेन तें काम जावचें ना. घरार पडलें, लोक भितर आसलो जाल्यार आमी खंयच्या रातचे कोणाक घेवन येतले. जेन्ना फायर फोर्साक जेन्ना फोन केलो फायर फायटरांक जाल्यार तेंच्यांनी तें काम करपाक जाय अशें हांव मागतां स्पीकर सर. स्पीकर सर, त्याच बरोबर तुमी जाणा आसतले सागरमाला हो प्रकल्प येयल्लो आसा. सागरमाला आमच्या आयलंडान बारीक बारीक जर जेटी जर बांदल्यो जाल्यार आमच्या खुबश्या मतदारसंघान जे आमचे बेकार भाव आसा तांकां बोटी जावं कितेंय करून तांकां वेवसाय वाडटलो, ट्युरिस्ट भरपूर येतले. आमचे जे बारीक बोटी आसा तांकांय तेजो फायदो जातलो, तांकां रिपेर करूंक मेळटले. त्याच बरोबर दुसरें एक हें आसा स्पीकर सर, गोवा कॉलेज ऑफ आर्टान जवळ जवळ प्रिंसिपलाक 2 वर्सां हें पद खाली आसा. 2 वर्सां पद खाली. आमचो कुमारजुंवेचो तरणाटो शिवाजी शेट म्हणून आसा, त्या पदाक सारको सुटेबल मनीस आसा. 2 फावटी हायकोर्टान ताका ऑर्डर दिली त्या पदाक तेंच्यांनी घेवचें म्हणून, पण हांव नकळो तें पद आजून 2 वर्सां कित्याक लागून तेंच्यांनी पेंडींग दवरला तें. शिवाजी शेट म्हणटा तो आमचो कुमारजुंवेचो मनीस आनी एक सारको त्या पदाक सुटेबल आहा. तेका खंयच्यान तरी तेजेर अन्याय जाल्लो असो म्हाका तरी दिसता. जेन्ना म्हाज्या लक्षान येयलें, हांव तुमच्या मार्फत मागतां स्पीकर सर की शिवाजी शेट म्हणटा त्या मनशाक थंय जाता तितले बेगीन आमच्या गव्हर्मेंटान अपॉयंट करचो, ही म्हाजी तुमकां कळकळीची विनंती आसा स्पीकर सर. त्याच बरोबर स्पीकर सर, म्हाज्या मतदारसंघान जवळ जवळ 7,500 एसटी म्हाजे भाव आसा. 7,500 हे हांव तुका म्हणजे आसा चड ते, पण जे हांव तुमकां वोटिंगेचें उलयतां जे आसा ती. स्पीकर सर, हे एसटी भावांक आमच्या असो प्रॉब्लेम जाल्लो आसा, तांकां एसटीची जर सर्टिफिकेट जर जाय मेळोवपाक जाल्यार ते डेप्युटी कलेक्टरान वयता. डेप्युटी कलेक्टरान गेलो की ते 1968चो जो प्रूफ मागता. म्हाका सांग 1968चो प्रूफ तेंचे कडेन आसो ना जाल्यार हांव कितें म्हणटा, 1 and 14चो प्रूफ धरून तेंच्यांनी तांकां ती सर्टिफिकेट इश्यू करची. ती इश्यू करतना आमच्या एसटी भावाचेर केन्ना अन्याय जावचो ना. त्याच बरोबर हांव आनी एक सांगूंक सोदतां, ट्रायबल वेलफेयराच्या डिपार्टमेंटाच्यान तांकां इश्यू करची, जेणे करून तांकां कसलोच त्रास जाता. जें तें तांकां कितें जर पळय मेळटा तें त्याच डिपार्टमेंटल्यान येता अशें म्हाका स्पीकर सर दिसता. आनी तुमी हेजेर लक्ष घालचें.
एकच मिनिट
स्पीकर सर जालें, हांव चड आनी तुमचो
एकच मिनिट. हो विशय संदर्भात जे आसा न्ही, म्हजे कडेन लोक आयिल्ले आसा.
ओके.
त्यामुळे म्हजें म्हणणें आसा की आमी हाय लेवलाचेर CM मागीर चीफ सेक्रेटरी किंवा बाकी कन्सर्न रेव्हेन्यू मिनिस्टर बाकी सगळे बसून हो विशय रिजोल्व करपाची आवश्यकता आसा अशें म्हाका दिसता.
स्पीकर सर, येस. ना म्हाका म्हणजे म्हाज्या मतदारसंघाच्या आनी तशेंच आमच्या संपूर्ण गोंयाचे हो एक असो तांकां एक भरपूर मानसीक त्रास जाता. कारण एवरी टायम ते वयता तेन्ना ते येता आमचे कडेन की आमकां असो त्रास जाता म्हूण. स्पीकर सर, हेजेर मातशें तुमी लक्ष घालचें आनी जाता तितले बेगीन जे आमचे मागणी कितें आसा हे सगळ्यो पुरो करच्यो. कारण तुमी जाणा आमचे ओल्ड गोवाचे लोक येता. ओल्ड गोवा एक चर्चीच्या हितून लोक पळय येता तेन्ना लोकांक ही फॅसिलिटी मेळोंक जायी जी पुलीस स्टेशनाची जी थंय ना. इतले लोक येयल्ल्या कारणान थंय कितेंय गडबड जावंक शकता. जेन्ना 3 डिसेंबराक जेन्ना फेस्त जाता आमच्या गोंयच्या साहेबाचे, जवळ जवळ 20 लाख लोक येता जे गोंयच्या साहेबाचे आशिर्वाद घेवपाक. तेन्ना अशें कितें जर कसलें जर घडलें जाल्यार थंय पुलीस स्टेशन ना. हेजेर पयलो सगळ्यांनी पयलीं स्पीकर सर मातशें तुमी आमकां हेल्प करूंक जाय अशें हांव CM कडेन मागतां, CM सरा कडेन मागतां. सो प्लीज मातशें तुमी एक लक्ष घालचें. थँक्यू. देव बरें करूं.
श्री गणेश गांवकर.
माननीय सभापती महोदय, हांव उबो रावला जे आजच्या ऑर्डरीक डिमांड आसा त्या डिमांडाक सपोर्ट करपाक आनी एज पर लिस्ट 1 जे कट मोशन आसा त्या कट मोशनाक अपोज करपाक. खुबशे डिमांड लिस्ट आसा पूण थोड्याच विशयाचेर उलयतलो. होम डिपार्टमेंटाचेर उलयता आसतना म्हाका माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्याक एक सांगन दिसता की सावर्डे मतदारसंघ जो आसा तो 7 पंचायतीन विभागलेलो आसा.